Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's on a lot of parents' minds. How in the world do we connect with our kids in this digital age? If you've ever felt like your kid is speaking a totally different language when they talk about their online world, trust me, you are not alone and you're in exactly the right place.
I want you to just let that sink in for a second. For so many of our boys, especially right here in Kenya, gaming isn't just some silly hobby. Nope, it's their clubhouse, it's their community, it's the language they speak. You know, in games like Fortnite or Valorant, they're not just playing, they're building friendships, they're learning to win and lose, and they're figuring out who they are.
So that brings up a really important question for us, right? As parents, as guardians, if their entire world is digital, what's our role in it? Are we actively co-piloting this journey with them, or are we kind of letting them navigate this incredibly complex world all by themselves?
And let's be real, it is tough. It's completely normal to feel a bit overwhelmed, maybe even a little anxious or disconnected from what our kids are doing on those screens. And these aren't just vague worries, they are very specific, very real concerns that parents are facing every single day.
You know, for a lot of parents, especially single moms, there's this feeling of a real mentorship gap. You're constantly worried about what they're seeing online, the kind of content they're exposed to. And then, out of nowhere, you get something like the government banning Roblox, which just adds a whole new layer of confusion and leaves you thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do now?
This right here shows the massive shift we're living through. Back in the day, rites of passage, becoming a man, that was a community thing. Elders, uncles, the whole family was involved. Today, that guidance has often been replaced by random online influencers and whatever the game itself is teaching. It's left so many of our boys in this state of digital isolation.
So, how do we fix this? How do we bridge that gap? Well, a modern problem needs a modern solution. We can't turn back the clock, that's for sure. But what we can do is adapt. We can create a new kind of rite of passage, one that's built for the world they actually live in. And that's where this amazing initiative called Controllers and Conversations comes into play. The whole idea is to take this thing that feels like a barrier between you and your kid, the screen, and turn it into a bridge, to use the very thing they love as a way to connect on a much, much deeper level.
Now, this isn't just some vague idea. This is a really powerful partnership between two major players. You've got Barba Games, who are absolute leaders in using esports for youth development, teaming up with the huge platform of Homeboys Radio. Together, they're building the exact kind of space that Kenyan parents and their kids need right now.
This is where we completely flip the script on gaming. Controllers and Conversations sees it not just as a game, but as a modern rite of passage. It's a tool, a way to teach things like teamwork, resilience, how to handle your emotions. Basically, all the critical life skills our boys need to thrive.
Let me put it another way. Think about those incredible mentorship programs that provide strong, positive role models for young men. Well, this initiative is basically a digital age Kenyan version of that. It just uses gaming as the front door to have those same essential, life-shaping conversations. Okay, so this all sounds great, but it's not about just lecturing your kids, right? It's about a hands-on, practical method that literally any parent can use. It's about turning that playtime into real purpose and turning screen time into genuine connection time. It's called co-gaming, and honestly, it's way simpler than it sounds. Step 1, you just join their world. Actually play the game with them. Step 2, as you play, just watch. See how they handle a challenge or a win. Step 3, use those moments in the game to ask questions. And finally, step 4, connect it back. Bridge those in-game lessons to actual real-life choices. It's basically parenting through play. And the best part, it actually works. I mean, just listen to Lillian, a single mother who gave it a try. She said that just by picking up a controller, she unlocked conversations they simply weren't having before. She was connecting game strategy directly to life strategy. How cool is that? And from her son Andrew's side of things, it wasn't about his mom suddenly becoming a gaming expert. He said it was funny because she was terrible at the game. But what mattered to him was that she cared. That simple act of trying, of sharing a laugh, that's what builds that powerful foundation of trust.
So you see, when we peel back the layers, this is about so much more than just video games. This is about our job, our responsibility to raise the next generation of confident, well-adjusted, responsible young men. And it all starts by just being willing to join the conversation, to meet them right where they are.
So why does this matter so much? Because when you step into their world, you build unbreakable trust. You suddenly have this incredible opportunity to actually guide their growth,
to talk about values like teamwork and respect. You're not just managing their screen time anymore, you're actively preparing them to be future kings. And signing up for the live conversations that Barba Games is hosting, that's your first step.
You see, every single controller is a conversation just waiting to happen. The team at Barba Games is ready and waiting to help you get it started. So the only real question left is, are you ready to talk? Find out more and get signed up for their live conversations. Thanks so much for tuning in.